Welcome everybody today in the new year 2022 and that's the first vlog in this year and today I'm going to tell you more about how that my time actually spent for resolutions is always important and first of all I'd like to wish you that this year will be healthier, better, and more prosperous for all of you. One important thing which I'd like to tell you in short is that I'm going to today talk about in different way about New Year resolutions. And I know that some of you are tired of making year resolutions. One reason is that usually the resolutions you make are not really realistic. There is sometimes too many resolutions which we all make, including me. And that's why we start to get tired and start to think, no, I'm not going to make resolutions for this new year 2022. However, I'd like to present to you a different way of looking at the resolutions and creating resolutions. So, importantly, for me, the previous year, as much as for my colleagues of small and big businesses, that was a year of struggles. I think for also personally, for all of us, could be a year of struggles. And importantly, from perspectives of making resolutions at the beginning of the year brings great hope that all our goals will come true. And for me, the key goals for professional key goals for my startup are first, that all my strategic goals will be executed this year. Secondly, that there will be increased numbers of subscribers on my YouTube channel. And there will be third goal, increased number of participants of online workshops on agile team building and shaping your leadership. And the last important goal is that as the entrepreneur, I will be happy to enter more fruitful collaborations this year, which you may think all these goals for my startup, my professional goals, I would like now to tell you different way of transforming these typical goals into more, I would say, effective format. And these are business affirmations. And I know that some of you already heard about affirmations while looking into psychology, positive thinking books, and creating personal affirmations. But the same type of affirmations can be translated and made actually in business for your professional career. And I think this is really important to convert these typical goals, personal goals or professional goals, into business affirmations. And I've been inspired very much by reading lately interview in the Polish journal Mirror with Johanna Kern, which is already very much established coach and positive thinking coach and affirmation coach. And indeed, what is very often forgotten in making affirmations is that affirmations come from really our subconsciousness. Making them is very important to have actually positive surrounding around yourself, and importantly, very apparently, nature. Doing this in nature helps very much to create this positive surrounding to create affirmations. What is also important that affirmations cannot just be made in the way that they confront or they're completely opposite to the situation we are in. For example, I want to succeed or I want to be rich, while our subconsciousness is telling us, well, but you have rather empty bank account. So building this type of affirmations, of course, in such contradiction to the current state of our account, for example, is completely useless. But affirmations should be done in a stepwise process, with small steps, and in a moment I will show you, based on my example, how affirmations should be made. They also should be, which I believe, created when you are not sad, when you are not desperate, when you don't have bad day. So when you feel relatively positive and happy and optimistic, that's the moment to make affirmations. And affirmations have to be repeated every day. Preferably, experts from affirmations advise to do it in the morning. And from my perspective, affirmations are not have to only be spoken inside during, for example, meditation, but also have to be told loud, so spoken out, so that you really create this bond between your subconsciousness and reality. And what I would like to present to you today, my affirmations, is the one which especially related to the goals, strategic goals, which will be executed this year. My affirmation for this goal is that with every year being entrepreneur, I learn more how to turn my strategic goals into reality. With every year I gain more knowledge, more strategic knowledge, particularly about business and building fruitful and long-term collaborations. The second goal is to increase number subscribed on my Agile YouTube channel. I converted into affirmation, business affirmation. I very much like interacting and networking with people, learning with people, from people, and learning together. Thus, I strongly believe that the social interaction via my YouTube channel will give me a great joy interacting with many and learning. By interacting with many of my present and future clients and collaborators. And the resolution number 3 is that increased number of participants of online workshops. This is a key goal for my startup this year. I turned into an affirmation every time I facilitate the workshop as Agile Energetic Coach. I learn more about myself and also how to empower teams and individuals. Thus, I strongly believe that more and more organizations and individuals will join my workshops to become resilient and fulfilled team players and likable and trustable leaders. That's my 3 affirmations for this year, and I'm going to repeat it and say it loud every day in the morning, and that's the way you could think that making this business affirmations will set which will create different mindset. Especially some people go even more into the brain activity level, that this type of affirmations create different junctions in your brain between neurons and make it stronger and stronger connections. More and more you repeated it and are focused on it. And this is something which I'd like to ask you and actually share with you today, how you can now create your personal or business goals and convert them into the business affirmations. So thank you very much for today, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and indeed create your business or professional affirmations. Good luck with it. I'm also very curious to hear from you, your professional affirmations. So please share it underneath in the comments, your affirmations for this year. Looking forward to read them and also very curious actually what was the process to creating this affirmations for you guys. So thanks a lot, and till next vlog. Bye.